Growing up, I wanted to be just like my grandmother. I loved spending time with her, so I would follow her around like her little shadow. We used to do all these fun things together, like we would go to the park and look at all these flowers, or we would go to in our pool, or even go and do our own little gardening. What I really found to love was all the beautiful colors and all the textures of the flowers that we would go see. My grandmother used to work at a florist, and she used to put all the floral arrangements together. She also co-owned a landscaping business for a while until she gave it to my uncle. She had a lot of exposure to flowers, and she would always tell me when we were together to enjoy the beautiful, simple things in life, like flowers. Soon after we would plant our plants together, I fell in love with the same hobby she did. I really enjoy taking care of all the flowers and really tending to all the landscaping around my own house, and I enjoy observing others. And planting a plant is so simple, but yet it has so many great benefits. You really get to enjoy the smaller things in life, like a beautiful flower and watching it grow and just soak in all the sun just like everyone else. Now, to begin planting a plant, you will need a few items. All of these items can be purchased at your local grocery store, a Home Depot or Lowe's, a dollar store, or you might even have a lot of these items laying around. First, what you're going to need is a pot. You could either use the plastic ones, or I have a ceramic one like this that I can put actually on my own table to keep it inside for a while. Next, you're going to need a bag of soil. Any kind of potting soil is fine. It doesn't matter which one you use. A pair of gardening gloves, a shovel. Now, there are two options for a plant. You could either use one that's already grown and you just have to transfer it into another pot, or you could start from scratch and use a seed kit like so. And now, my grandmother's secret ingredient for plants is a all-purpose, kind of just gives it some more nutrients that might lack in the soil to help the plant grow some more. And of course, a watering can to give it a little drink. First, you want to put on your gloves just so your hands don't get dirty. Next, what you're going to do is set up where you are going to transfer your plant or plant the seeds. Today, I'm using the red one. So, I'm going to go ahead and open my bag of potting soil and put some in the plant. You don't want to put too much just because the plant already has some soil and you don't want to overfill it. I'm going to sprinkle some in the bottom and leave enough room for this. Next, what you want to do is you're going to gently shimmy out your plant, like so. You can dispose of this plastic container, or you could recycle it and use it for your own. And transfer the plant directly into the pot. You want to push it down and make sure none of the roots are exposed, just so that it can grow. Now I'm going to sprinkle a handful of soil around the top just to get it nice and covered. Okay. Now I'm going to remove my gloves and shake in some of the feed that I have. Now this is an optional step. You don't need to put this in. It's just a little thing that I like to do. Now even some soils contain all these nutrients already in it, depending on the brand you get. Now you're going to water it. You don't want to soak it too much because you don't want to overwater, but you definitely want to give it a good enough drink where everything is nice and moist. And also, for the cards, if you do a plant that's already planted, it's good to see what kind of plant you're dealing with and the types of temperatures and conditions it needs. This plant needs frequent water, and it doesn't need full sun. So that's why I'm going to keep it in the house, right on my windowsill. Okay. And there you go. There's your option with the plant already planted. And then you'll do the same thing if you had a seed kit. Planting a plant is so simple and so easy, yet it's so beautiful watching a plant grow and looking at the beautiful flowers. All you need are a couple of simple items to create a beautiful, colorful garden.